Good morning. Today is the 8th of February and it's 6:12 a.m. Today is my 35th video, so go team me. I wasn't even sure if I was going to do a video this morning because I've been wondering what the heck I'm doing here. But anyway, today is more about how I became where I am and why I did the things I did. When you think of humanity or just humans as an individual component instead of the grandiose of humanity, but just the individual person, and we'll just stick to humans because it could apply to like dogs or cats, mainly dogs. Excuse me. The main thing is love. Everybody needs love in their life. And if you don't find love one way, you're going to try and find love a different way, which is not on the positive end of love, but you're trying to get some type of attention or affection. And that's what's really wrong with the Dumpy Meister. He never received the love he needed as a child. And because of that, all of us are effed at the moment. So instead of going off on a tangent about him, I'm going to go off on a tangent about me and about love. Okay, so as I said before, I'm a Me Too survivor. So when a child is damaged like that, they're still looking for love. They're still trying to figure out, what does love mean? Where can I find love? Because I know I need love. I just don't know, because I'm a child, that I need love, and that's what I'm looking for. Even as I did a lot of the things that I did within my own lifespan, part of it I didn't realize was because I needed love. I learned that later on down the line. So with my whole God telling me that I should get with this singer in this band, if you'd watched the other videos, then you'll understand what I'm saying here. Anyway, what that allowed me to do during that time frame was to focus my love on somebody. Now, granted, he was way off in the distance. He never responded to anything other than typical, thank you for your fan mail, and here's some fan stuff for you, and blah, 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 which was totally appropriate, okay? Because I just looked like a crazed out fan. But in truth, what I was trying to do was find a place to put my love. I knew I needed a place to put my love, and I couldn't put it with my family because they basically taught me that they didn't want my version of love, or I don't know what they thought, because it's not for me to say what they thought. I know my mom was going through her own trials and tribulations with having to be married to the person who abused me, and then he ended it. So then she ended up with somebody else, and I'm not sure he's what she needed at the time. We'll just say that. Because it wasn't my place. It wouldn't be my choice, but that was her choice, her decision. But as a child that had to live in that environment, not that he was all that bad, but we definitely clashed, especially because I was a teenager going through teenager wonderfulness. Anybody who's a parent of a teenager pretty much understands. So me personally, I needed a place to put my love. So I emotionally put my love in that singer. So I guarded against certain elements that people don't even realize are out there. So it's kind of like I put an invisible shield on him, even though it didn't stop him from experiencing things that happen in life in general. But he had my love. He had it full-heartedly, full-throatedly, the whole 9 yards. Do I wish that he had reciprocated? Of course. Who wouldn't want that? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. He was supposed to be guarded, if you will, on a certain level that humanity rarely recognizes that exists. And that's cool because he was able to get past some of the hard spots that rock and roll people or punk band people or just celebrity and general people have a hard time facing and dealing with. So if I helped him in any way avoid some of those complications that comes along with it, then that's awesome. That's awesome. So when I realized that his love was not going to be reciprocated to me, I needed another place to manage my love, I guess you would say. So I was looking for some more ways. I didn't ask God anymore because I already, in my viewpoint, I fucked up and I failed God, if you will. Okay, because God told me that this is the person that I was supposed to be with, and bada bing, I fucked it up and I didn't accomplish what God told me that I should do. So then I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? Where do I go? How am I supposed to be a human kind of thing? So then I started looking for love again in a similar manner. I started a chat up on one of these social medias. I don't want to put anything out there. Anyway, it was a social media thing. I got in touch with a different person from a different band that I really, really enjoyed. And again, it was more of a secret conversation because he was married. This one was. And he found it fascinating and fascinating. And I can understand why he found it fascinating. But at the same time, I played myself because this guy, for as happy as he was for the 2 seconds that he was, that picture showed me all I needed to know, that a part of me that is, it's so hard for me to say, and it's so real at the same time. It's like taking a cloud and trying to define it for people who have never seen a cloud before. It's right there, but yet it's not there. You know what I mean? It's so difficult without getting all the freakoids out there because they're stuck at level 1. Oh, Rod. Oh, Rod. He takes me in a different realm of thinking, so then I forget what I just told y'all. So sorry about that. He's just goofy. When I focus on the whole love aspect, oh, that's right, that other guy. Yeah, so he pretty much was never ever going to leave the comfort of the life he had built. So I was like, okay, I'm done. And then I figured out somewhere along the lines that he's on the wrong side. He is more on the Dumpian side of things because he's just as delusional as the rest of the Dumpians out there because they've been brainwashed by Fox News. Oh, you can't, I mean, after 10 years of being brainwashed by a foreigner and all you're being brainwashed with is hate, it's very hard to penetrate through that hate bubble you've built up. So anyway, after that guy was not really enthusiastic, he was enthusiastic about the love that I sent him, but it was only for self-gratification. It wasn't like he was curious enough to take it any further. So then that brings me around to this last adventure I had with trying to explore my love possibilities. And anyway, the last time with this guy, or this last guy, he he had a tendency to like my love possibilities a lot. And we actually got to talking, and I got to explore a way about love that I had never explored before. It was like the grand, what do you call that in music, Sorrento or whatever. It was basically at the climax of my story, I guess you could say. This guy allowed me the freedom to explore my mind and my love capability. And it was awesome. Awesome. It made my brain go, because then I knew, first of all, that I was right, that I was not, it wasn't in my head, all these things. That second guy, exactly as I thought it was at that time, was exactly what had happened as far as his happiness was concerned. The third guy helped to solidify my belief in me. But then when he didn't want to continue on with the usness that was, that that one broke me in a way that I hadn't been broken before. Because I was able to reach that crescendo of understanding and brain power and love power and just the whole of it all. And then he kind of went to the wayside. So fine. Okay. We'll let that go. If that's his choice, then we'll let that go. But that one made it very hard for me to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Because if everything that I thought was right, and yet I'm still here and nothing for me in my little world had changed, what do I do with that? So at the very end of grabbing that ring on that carousel that they used to do back in the old-timey days, I know you young folks aren't very familiar with that, but I had grabbed the ring. And right when I was about to pull that ring down, as far as fully understanding, grasping, and helping humanity, because that's who I am, boom, somebody came along and knocked the ring out of my hand. So I lost me. I couldn't figure out who I was after that, which led me to the driver job that I had. No thinking really involved in it. Just do it for a paycheck. And then that job led me to this job, which led me to you. Aren't you so excited? I know it's so exciting. Anyway, so because of all of that, I've been trying to find people that I could grasp onto to see that I'm not alone in all this craziness that's going on, that I'm not the only one that's freaking out about everything. Whether this is all meant to be or not, as far as the Dumpy Meister being in control, I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. I didn't make that decision. I didn't want that decision. And then when our Democrats didn't stand up, not a fucking one of them stood up for the 14th Amendment, Section 3. They all want to sit there and go back to Justice Roberts, but the problem is you already know that the court is corrupt. And because you did nothing, AOC tried to get Roberts out, but you did nothing to stop the corrupt court. Then you're allowing the corrupt justices to make new laws. Supreme Court justices don't make laws. Congress does. So for Congress people, both Dems and Republicans, who did not stand up for the 14th Amendment, Section 3, you just laid it all down. And you want us to fight for you. I don't understand how that works. We're supposed to vote for you into office so that you could vote for us, and yet none of you did. Not near one. So I'm a little disturbed with all of this. And yes, Democrat is the only way that we can go to try and save ourselves. But fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Not standing up for the 14th Amendment, Section 3 as Congress, the ones who actually make the laws, not the Supreme Court. Don't sit there and say to me that you were just following what the Supreme Court laid down when you know the whole thing is corrupt. All of them. Except for the Democrat side on that particular issue. And maybe Amy Coney Barrett, but she, is lost in her own little delusional land. That's definitely not about love. Except the fact that I'm watching this country get a beat down like it's never had before. You're allowing these corrupt MFers come in and start going after our stuff, our Social Security, our Social Security numbers, our bank account information. You're letting a foreigner who was never elected into office look at our personal information. What the hell is that? Anyway, as you can see, I've been a little distraught by everything that's going on right now, and it irritates the crap out of me because you want to pretend that all of this is normal. This is not normal. The orange idiot asshole is not normal. He's a wounded child who never healed, and all these other people that support him, they're all wounded childs too. And the women, the white women that voted for this shit, I can almost guarantee you that at least half of them were also abused as a child, sexually. And they blocked it out or erased it from their memory so that they can get along to get along. No, fuck y'all. Fuck every single one of you, because you're condoning that kind of thing. You're making it okay for old-ass men to rape young-ass children. And I do not agree with that whatsoever. So trying to find some kind of composure about all of this, I've been listening to the angry bartender from Alabama. Poor thing, love him, need to send him $1 because his car broke down. He's just living his life, expressing himself. And I like Angry Bartender for that. I'll put his link down below. And then I've also been following Big Sarge. Big Sarge has got his own little thing. And these two white guys are awesome to listen to. I love their stance. I love their opinions because it's right on point. But to take that a step further, I needed somebody who had more intelligence than me and was on a different angle of perception than me. And her name is Lurie. It's Lurie Favors. Lurie Favors. Not Laurie. Not Lori. It's Lurie. That's showing respect to her by trying to pronounce her name properly, just as everybody else would like their name to be pronounced properly. Lurie gives us information that we can do and follow up through to combat this whole fuckery that's going on. I'll put her link below. It's up to you as individuals if you want to continue America as how you deem America to be. And no, that does not mean put black people in their place. No, you morons. The fabric of this country is multicolored as it has always been. And for you scared little white people out there, knock it off. And that's a nice way of saying it. You're ruining everything. You're putting poison into our American pie, and it's pissing me the fuck off. All right. I need to go for now because I think y'all heard enough of me ranting and raving. This is the reason at the end of everything that I tell you that you need to take care of each other. You need to watch Lurie Favors and her video that I will link down below, because you need it. Everybody needs it, because we're about to lose everything. And if that's what you want, then yeah, enjoy the fact that you're going to have to grow your own damn potatoes, because a fucker is going to fuck everything up, because that's the only thing he knows how to do. Anyway, peace out to y'all. Even though it doesn't sound like it, I still wish you peace. And have a good day if you can. Watch Lurie. Watch Angry Bartender. Watch Big Sarge. All right. Take care of yourselves, because nobody else is gonna. All right? All right. Peace out.